Hello, everyone. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and here's what's happening in LA this week. Executive directives on housing by Mayor Karen Bass are helping to deliver homes faster than ever, and the proof is in a new facility in East Hollywood. The Wilcox is dedicated to supporting seniors who were unhoused, giving them the dignity of a place to call home.
So today we're at the Wilcox here in East Hollywood. 61 new homes for formerly homeless seniors. We are moving in here. We're celebrating the grand opening.
I think people in their minds have a view of housing for the unhoused as something that looks bad, that would attract a lot of problems, and that's just not the case. And this facility is proof of that.
It's providing homes, really a place where people can feel comfortable. There is no time for that when you're experiencing homelessness. You're always having this pressure of what the street has.
We are taking in these seniors. Many of them have been homeless for years. For instance, we have a resident who's living in his car for the last 2 years, a 69-year-old man. Think about what that would be like. And now they get to come into their homes. They get to be here sleeping in beds, having showers, a kitchen. So it's a game changer.
This is one of 105 HHH projects that will be in construction or completed. 6,600 units. We can't walk around the city without seeing so many amazing developments that have been funded by HHH. $100 million a year could expand our supportive housing production from 300 to 1,000 units a year.
Angelenos would not be moving inside this building this month if we had not done the executive directive. Approval processes that used to take place 6 months are now taking 47 days.
We've moved in 45 residents so far. We've got another 16 to go. There's a village of people that work together to make it happen. So to be here today and celebrate is a really big deal.
Los Angeles is an award-winning city in many areas. Now it can add another trophy to the cabinet. In a highly contested national challenge, our city claimed the top spot in the Digital Cities Award, given for using innovative technology for better government.
Every year, the Center for Digital Government identifies the top 10 cities in the United States that effectively deliver technology to improve government services. That is the Digital Cities Award. Every major city competes in the Digital Cities Awards. That includes Chicago, Dallas, Phoenix, San Francisco, San Diego, San Jose. Winning the award is huge. Number one, it's recognition. The city of Los Angeles does a lot of hard work, and it's an opportunity to get recognition for the work that's done. But I think even more importantly, it's motivating. It's an opportunity to help remind our elected officials and other city departments just how important technology is to really move the needle and transform the way we deliver services to Angelenos. The Digital Cities Award means that Los Angeles focuses on what matters. We're using technology to improve homelessness, housing, public safety, sustainability, the topics that Angelenos care most about. Everything from being a #1 solar city to Mile A 311 with 2 million requests per year. These are all the types of tools that technology is performing to really help improve what it means to live in Los Angeles. I don't like to brag. The reality is I'm a public servant, so it's my job to help serve and help improve. But with that being said, the #1 Digital City Award means I have an opportunity to work with other great cities, to learn lessons they've learned. Why not learn what Atlanta, New York, Chicago, Seattle, or others are doing in an area, and then use it at Los Angeles to help improve lives for those in LA, and vice versa. I think the great thing about a Digital Cities Award is it lets everybody know that we're ready to partner. It allows other cities across the country to borrow some of our ideas. It allows us to borrow their ideas. While we may be competing for an award, we're really not competing in the sense that all of us could use to learn from each other and help improve how we deliver our services to our residents. Los Angeles is a world-class city, and as a world-class city, it deserves world-class services. Just recently, the mayor had an executive directive #5 around customer service. It focuses on taking our existing Mile A 311 service, which has 2.2 million requests a year, to improve the customer service. It'll be new software, it'll be new services. It'll help residents know when to expect when they submit that item on the app or call the call center, when the graffiti will be removed, when the pothole will be filled. Los Angeles is just getting started on improving how we deliver our services to the public. You want to learn about information technology, check out ita.lacity.gov.
Marking November as Native American Heritage Month, many tribes came together at a powwow at the Autry Museum. The intertribal gathering welcomed everyone to learn more about Native traditions, ceremonies, and culture.
So today we're here at the Autry Museum. We are gathering with our dancers, our head staff, our Native community, as well as the general public. We're here to teach others who are non-Native to understand our culture. It is Native American Heritage Month, so we wanted to kick off with our powwow.
So this is an intertribal gathering open to the public where many tribes come and display their dance styles. They come to compete, they come to visit old friends, they come to shop. It's a great event.
Powwows in general is to come together as dancers and singers and to rejoice and to celebrate us as Native people, and also have ceremony and to have connections with our community and seeing our little ones grow and teach them our cultures and our ways.
There's many tribes represented here at this event and many tribes who've come to watch and participate. And I think it's really important to know that we're not all of the same. We speak different language, we come from different places, we eat different foods. But that's why this is known as like an intertribal event where we're all here mixing and appreciating one another. These are the lands of the Chumash and Tongva people. So recognizing the first people of this land and really appreciating them, allowing us to have this space in this event here. We're here to share our culture with one another. We're here to share our culture with the community, and that's what's really important.
For more information on city events to celebrate Native American Heritage Month, visit culturela.org. Careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM for short, are still more likely to be considered by men than by women. LA's Convention Center hosted the largest conference of women engineers in the world, inspiring attendees at every career level, but particularly encouraging high schoolers to consider a career in engineering.
Today, the Convention Center is pleased to host the Society of Women Engineers, which is the largest gathering of women engineers in the country. We have over 17,000 attendees, and we are also hosting the Los Angeles Convention Center Career Academy. It's a program where we invite local high schools to send students to meet with attendees of the convention and learn more about the professions that are being featured at each individual convention.
Today I am encouraging a group of students. At Northrop Grumman, we are pioneers of defining possible. So I get to be here to kind of encourage them to do the same thing, to define possible and be pioneers of their areas. I am one of the first Black women to actually pioneer the B21 program, so it's really exciting to share all of the accomplishments that we get to have as women in the industry. One of the first things I had to kind of conquer myself was understanding that I might be the only woman in the room sometimes, and understanding that there is not a need to overstep the men, but learn from the men. There's so much that's built inside of people that we can learn from, we can gain from.
I wasn't as fortunate to participate growing up in events such as this, where I think you have the opportunity to meet new people, to meet someone who could potentially inspire you to be something different than a typical career that you might see for women. Remember, never give up on your dreams and pursue what you can. Make sure you have a life balance and definitely dream big. If you can dream it, it means that you can do it.
LA Zoo welcomes new Masai giraffe calf. LA City Controller released a preliminary report for the financial year, and Mayor Karen Bass signs Executive Directive 7. The story is up next on City Beat.
The Los Angeles Zoo announced the birth of a new Masai giraffe born to parents Zainabu and Philip, weighing 174 pounds and standing 6 foot 4 inches tall. The International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN Red List, classifies Masai giraffes as endangered as their population numbers have declined in the last 30 years. LA Zoo has a successful history of breeding giraffes, and the new calf is a result of a pairing advised by the Masai Giraffe Species Survival Plan. Masai giraffes grow up to 18 feet tall and weigh 2,700 pounds, making them the largest giraffe species and the tallest land mammal. To learn more about Masai giraffes and conservation efforts, visit lazoo.org. LA City experienced strong growth in the fiscal year 2022 to 2023, according to the City Controller Kenneth Mejia's preliminary financial report. Major contributors to tax revenue included utility users, franchise income, hotel and business taxes, all of which brought in more revenue than anticipated. LA City's general fund revenues totaled $7.6 billion, an increase of 10.1% compared to the previous year. Allocated spending, including the general fund, was $1.2 billion below budget, which included a $316 million underspend on capital projects. The City Controller's Office continues to advocate for budget reform, noting that a 2-year cycle would save time and allow for more community participation in the city's budgeting process. For more information, visit controller.lacity.gov/reports. LA Mayor Karen Bass signed a new executive directive, ED7, to incentivize more affordable housing for people of all income levels. The mayor noted that the shortage of affordable and accessible housing spans every corner of the city, highlighting disparities in communities. ED7 calls for a streamlining of bureaucratic processes to accelerate housing production, with a city interdepartmental working group spearheading the effort. The directive aims to help city departments work on projects simultaneously, avoiding duplicate efforts in permitting, especially for mixed-use developments. It also seeks to remove barriers to first-time home buying and encourages more affordable housing units to be included in future projects. For more information, go to mayor.lacity.gov.
The first crime lab in the country started 100 years ago, when the Los Angeles Police Department began using forensic science and technical investigation along with police work to solve crimes. Take a look.
The Los Angeles Police Department wanted to highlight 100 years of service.
We are here celebrating a milestone, formation of a crime lab within the Los Angeles Police Department. We were the first crime lab in America.
Professional standards, the accreditations that we maintain to ensure that the work that is done here can withstand the scrutiny that's necessary as the criminal justice system pursues justice for victims as well as to protect the innocent.
The Technical Investigation Division is all civilian division. So I have polygraph examiners. We also have the police surveillance specialists. Their main role is to gather digital evidence. In addition, the forensic print specialists going out to crime scenes, they all play a huge role within the Los Angeles Police Department in assisting investigators.
Quality is a foundational component of Forensic Science Division. The science needs to provide an accurate depiction and a complete depiction of what happened at a scene.
I am proud to be a commanding officer of the Technical Investigation Division and proud to be part of the department.
On Veterans Day in Granada Hills, the community gathered to reopen a time capsule, buried for the past 50 years. The project paid tribute to local heroes who never came home, and some of the original contributors to that time capsule were there to celebrate.
Today, 2023 Veterans Day, we're here to celebrate the reopening of a time capsule that the Granada Hillbillies 4-H Club placed in 1972. in honor of the poor boys who didn't make it back from Vietnam.
We have a few members of the 4-H Club who wrote letters 50 years ago as children who are here today, who are going to read the letters that they wrote 50 years ago. And not only are we going to dig that up and take a look at the letters that are inside, we are going to be putting something back in so that in 2073, 50 years from today, there'll be a new group to read our letters. This district understands what community is about, and this is something that, as you can take a look around, you see all the excitement.
We've been doing this service every year for the past 50 plus years, and we do both Memorial Day and Veterans Day. And so this is a central point, a meeting point, and people come from far and near to be here again. It's a wonderful celebration.
I would like to say thank you to all the veterans that serve this country. We love you and we support you and we are grateful for you.
This event really shows what a strong community Granada Hills is. I went to high school right down the street, and so I'm really excited to learn a little bit about 1973 when I was 3 years old, what was going on then, what was important, some of the situation they were dealing with at that time. I've written a letter to the future council member of whoever the council member is of this area in 2073. So I wrote a letter to let them know how proud I am to represent the community that I've lived in now for 45 years. And so I just hope they're just as honored as I am.
The ever-popular American Heroes Air Show is now in its 30th year. This free event at Hansen Dam is a family favorite as it brings helicopters to the people and allows everyone the chance to see them up close.
Yeah, so we're at the American Heroes Air Show, and again, this is our 30th year doing the show, and I think the 26th or 27th time here at Hansen Dam. So look for us about the first week in November every year. We'll be out with the show. It's entirely free. Parking is free. Entry is free. It's just a great way to spend a day with the family. And it was just really amazing, all the different heroes, police department, fire department. There was a patrol for the harbor patrol, all these different really great opportunities that I never knew about. We just gathered a lot of information, and it was really educational. Everyone was really friendly and talked to us, answered all our questions. The kids got stickers. I completely recommend this. It kind of blew me away, the amount of opportunities, really, in education and how friendly it was, and it was fun, and watching the helicopter, in the helicopters, taking pictures in the machines and the helicopters themselves, and I recommend coming. It was really a lot better than I thought, and it was just a great day, it really was. Our motivation is really to bring people and helicopters together. You know, we all see what helicopters can do on the news, putting out fires and those kinds of things, and it's also a chance to sort of, you know, give back and say thank you.
Sanitation workers are out in all weather conditions as part of the job. Councilmember Curtin Price and his office in Council District 9 held an event to simply say thank you to these city workers in recognition of a job well done.
Well, we're here at the historic Dunbar Hotel in the delicious restaurant, celebrating with a special group of city employees, those who have been responsible for picking up the trash, debris, bulky items in our neighborhoods, and they really have just made such a big difference in our community. So we wanted to say thank you.
It's really nice for the council and the offices to recognize the hard work that the guys go through. I mean, they work in all kinds of weather, hot, rainy, I mean, like we don't stop. So they really, and I appreciate my staff and the council.
We have a lot of illegal dumping in our community. And again, these are the members who come out and respond to that in a way that's very professional, very timely. You know, this is a very serious issue related to quality of life in our neighborhoods. And frequently in South LA, you know, our neighborhoods are strung with trash, debris, bulky items. many times by others outside the area who come and choose to dump illegally. But we want to make sure that citizens know that we care, that we're responsible to their concerns, and we want to do all we can to improve the quality of life.
We do like to go above and beyond for the residents, especially, like I said, I live in CD9, so I take pride in my community as well.
A unique collection of celebrity photos that tells the story of LA is now owned by the Los Angeles Public Library. The library is digitizing each color slide, which will make the entire collection easier to search online.
John Verzi was a local resident, and he was a postal worker who loved movies, and he especially loved the golden age of Hollywood and the studio system. And he, in his spare time, very obsessively took photos of celebrities. So we are in Los Angeles, so we are a celebrity town, and that was kind of his life's work from the 1960s into the early 90s, was to document celebrities here in Los Angeles, and his story is the story of these photos. So we always like people to get to know our photographers and to understand the context of why these collections exist in the first place. So the John Verzi collection is unique in many ways. It's 12,500 color slides of celebrities. It's also one of the only photo collections that we've actually paid for. When the auction finally got posted and I looked at it, I thought, wow, this is actually documenting Los Angeles. It's our entertainment industry. He's photographing people all around our city. It actually falls in line with what we collect here at the library. So kind of half joking, half serious, I forwarded the auction via email to our city librarian, John Zabo, and said, hey, why don't we buy this? And he took a look and said, well, yeah, why don't you go to the auction house, take a look and see what you think. And so John and I went to the auction and he controlled the paddle because I don't have a poker face and no self-restraint. And $144,000 later, the collection was ours, which we do not regret at all. We're hoping in the very near future that we'll have a pretty good name list so that if people contact us to say, hey, do you have a photo of so-and-so, we'll be able to pinpoint that pretty quick. But getting these photos digitized and onto our online database, which is tessa.lapl.org, that is a top priority. So we're hoping in the coming months, these photos will start to be showing up online. So we're doing our best, we promise.
In this week's feature story, family and community support provided the backbone of Imelda Padilla's election campaign. As Padilla tells our Aunt Police, people who know her know that she can meet her goals and that she will work with them to bring investment to her council district.
Our guest is the newest member of the Los Angeles City Council, sworn in August 2023. Representing Council District 6, we're happy to welcome Councilmember Imelda Padilla to LA Currents. Welcome, Imelda. Glad you could join us.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
What have been the top priorities for you in District 6 that you have seen immediately?
Well, I ran on a platform of 7 topics, with homelessness being at the top, public safety second, job creation third, fourth, built environment, and then fifth was parks, then libraries, and then an interest in supporting youth programming. And in the first 3 months, we've kind of tried to set the tone to get our feet wet with all 7, but mostly focusing on the importance of homelessness. Very excited to announce and to have accomplished already hosting an Inside Safe in my district in partnership with Mayor Bass, where we were able to get 40+ individuals housed. And that was an encampment that hadn't been touched for more than over 2.5 years. And I've been very intentional about also shifting outreach over to regions where we have massive amounts of RVs. What makes it tricky is that some of these individuals don't consider themselves to be homeless. They see the RV as their home. So we have to really think through those nuances.
How have you earned the trust of the council, first off, but also your constituents?
Well, the trust of my constituents, I like to think, is something that I've been working on for multiple years, which is why I think I won my election overwhelmingly with a 10-point lead, is that people knew who I was. People know that I'm a hard worker. People know that I care, and people know that I pride myself on being accessible. And in terms of my council, it's one day at a time. We have to work together, because at the end of the day, what I think all members of the council want to do is improve Los Angeles.
CD6 is underfunded, has been notoriously for many years. Are you working towards some things that will bring an infusion of money into your district?
Absolutely. So one of the things that I think was done very correctly and has benefited the community is that as land use decisions are made and new opportunities come for big job creators, sometimes we utilize the tool of a community benefits agreement. In my district, we have been able to do some of those, and now that leasing contracts are coming up out of the Van Nuys Airport, that is definitely a model that I am looking into, because while these vendors on the airport are going to be generating millions of dollars as a job creator, it would be nice to get a piece of that profit and immerse it back into the Van Nuys community.
Very good. Councilmember Padilla, thank you so much for joining us. We're glad to have you on.
Thank you.
In this week's Things to Do, enjoy the Hollywood Christmas Parade, hear live violin at Studio City Branch Library, and walk, drive, or catch a ride to the LA Auto Show. All this up next on Things to Do.
Welcome the holiday season with a star-studded cast you'll only see in the heart of Hollywood. Now in its 91st year, this year's Hollywood Christmas Parade promises to be the best yet and is giving back through supporting Toys for Tots and other charities. The parade wouldn't be complete without movie cars, marching bands, equestrian displays, larger-than-life character balloons, and all the parade floats. The big man himself caps off the parade as Santa, Rudolph, and 8 tiny reindeer officially usher in the holiday season. The Hollywood Christmas Parade starts at 6 p.m. Sunday, November 26th on Hollywood Boulevard. For more information, visit thehollywoodchristmasparade.org. Enjoy the beautiful music of Vivaldi, Kreisler, and Joplin, played by Paul Stein, a violinist with the LA Philharmonic Orchestra for 36 years. The performance will feature the music of composers from around the world, with Stein's unique touch and classical interpretation of each piece. Along with his musical performance, Stein will dig deeper into the lives of the composers and what inspired their works. He will also share tales from the tours, with stories from his experiences with the orchestra. Join LA Made Musical Travels, Tango, Country, and Kreisler, a free event on Saturday, November 25th at 3 p.m. at the Studio City Library branch. For more information, go to lapl.org/events. All roads lead to the LA Auto Show, where innovation meets style. Experience everything from the latest tech marvels to the cars that built SoCal's classic car culture. This year's show will be packed with a unique blend of past, present, and future automotive marvels. See the latest models of international and domestic automakers, as well as celebrity car showcases featuring personal collections, all taking place in 1 million square feet of exhibition space. Don't miss the LA Auto Show, which is open during Thanksgiving and through Sunday, November 26th at the LA Convention Center. For their full schedule, ticket prices, and discounts, visit LAAutoShow.com. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this edition. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. You can watch us online anytime at lacityview.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.